Welcome to Star Sign Horoscopes, presented by Astrology Hub. This is your place to discover how each zodiac sign can work with this week's astrology. I am your host, Jamie Magee, an astrologer, author, and a member of the production team here at Astrology Hub, and I am really excited to dive into this week's astrology with you. Hi everyone, welcome to Star Sign Horoscopes. I am your astrologer, Jamie Magee, and today we're going to be taking a look at the astrology for May 6th through the 12th. I hope you guys are all having a great week out there. Now, if you're watching live or watching the recording, I would love to know where you're tuning in from. And our bonus question for this week is, where is Aries in your natal chart? Now, why am I so curious about where Aries is in your chart? It is because Jupiter, the planet of expansion, growth, optimism, is leaving Pisces and moving into Aries this week. This is a big transit to talk about. Now, if you're curious about how this energy may play out in your life, I really invite you to think back to 2010, 2011. What are some highlighted themes that come up for you when you reflect back? It's likely that you're going to see some of those themes show up now, but what your job is to ensure that you grasp every opportunity that's coming your way so it can help you both in the short term and in the long term. Now, this Aries energy, this Jupiter and Aries energy speaks to fiery, bold confidence, to making your own way, to thinking of the big picture. There's a lot of inspiration and a lot of originality that you can draw from with this transit. Now, honestly, with Jupiter and Aries in a very real way, you're about to strike a match and expand out into brand new territory. Even though there's some familiar themes, it's still new territory. I look forward to speaking to all of the signs about how they can make the most of this energy. Now, this week, we also have Venus, who moved into Aries last week just after the eclipse, offering some suggestions via sextile to Mercury as the weekend kicks off. Now, this is an easy flow of ideas that can definitely inspire or add to some of the revisions that Mercury will work on as he moves into his retrograde on May 10th. Now, I will admit that there are some challenges with Mercury retrograde. Communication in general feels rushed, loud, and often misunderstood. But the invitation of a Mercury retrograde is to slow down, to take your time, to look for the hidden lessons or the new perspective that holds a brilliant insight that you can use on your path going forward. Now, by the time I see you next week, the sun will have taken a few suggestions from Mars and Pisces, and he will meet up with the North Node, illuminating what needs to be revised so you can follow the path that is calling you with your whole heart. All right, guys, just as a weekly reminder, please be sure to listen to both your sun sign and your rising sign to get a better overall view of how you can work with this week's energy. Okay, let's get started. Okay, Taurus, let's take a look at your week. Now, Taurus, last week's eclipse may have ignited every corner of your life with new inspiration, big shifts, the idea to make them now, or they could have already happened. And for some of you going through that, and definitely afterwards, it could feel really draining, which is why the energy of this week that is inviting you to slow down, to take your time, to go more inward, to be more reflective could seem inviting to you. Now, after the eclipse last week, when your ruling planet Venus moved into Aries, you could have sensed like this growing desire or this whispering desire to begin closing chapters and release what is no longer serving you so you can fully step into these transitions of your life that are starting to emerge. Now, this week, Jupiter is going to move into this same area. So you may sense that same growing desire to release old traumas, anxieties, to lay down bad habits and pick up good habits that really serve your soul, your body, and your mind, that help you feel connected to something that's bigger than you. It's all about self-care for you, Taurus. It's a great week to take that time to give yourself that nourishment. Really let your spirit grow with this energy. Now, this sense of reflection, taking your time and slowing down is definitely going to invite in some revisions or new perspectives to some of the changes that Mercury will be working on during his retrograde. It's possible within all of these big shifts, these big ideas of the last week and even a few weeks before that, that there's a new way to look at something or understand something that's starting to unfold or just now starting to reveal itself, like another side of that story. So I encourage you to really take your time, dial deep within, and you're going to find your way to work with this energy. Okay, Taurus, I do hope you have a great week. I look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you for listening to Astrology Hub Star Sign Horoscopes. If you'd like to easily jump to your personal horoscope, sign up to get a timestamped star sign episode emailed to you each Friday. Go to astrologyhub.com/star signs and sign up now. That's astrologyhub.com/star signs.